Sorry, I'm just trying to get everything set up if anybody's here. Let's see what happens with Twitch now. Right, where are my chats at? That is the big question. Okay, not seeing it. YouTube Live control panel. Okay, that might do it. Let's see. Let's pop this out. Copy the URL. Okay, got that. Now where's my Twitch chat? Can I not have both? There we go. does not look like YouTube chat is logging in, which is unfortunate. Not sure what's going on YouTube chat. I got Twitch chat going, but YouTube chat seems to just... It just appears to not let me do anything. Can't chat in it. I guess that doesn't really matter. It says sign into chat. I guess I don't need to. I'm here. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And if anybody happens to show up, just pipe in your 2 comments on things. Here's what I got going on so far. So if anybody wants to look back at this. I am attempting to build a dungeon stream. And as the screen shows, I want to attempt to build a live RPG where chat's able to type exclamation join, and then they're able to randomly get selected into one of these 4 spots so they can fight a dungeon. And I'm just going to make a little, maybe 4-room dungeon, 3-room dungeon, I'm not sure yet. And you're going to visually be able to see chat, whoever gets picked, go through the dungeon, fight the monster, and if they defeat it, then they're going to put on a leaderboard or something like that. If not, we'll figure out what happens. I'm not setting anything in stone. I'm going to build things. You may not like them, but I'm just going to do what I want to do. And if you guys have recommendations, anybody wants to pipe in, I'll, tweak things. I'll add things, add suggestions. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I think that we need to do is figure out the command first, because we don't have a join command. I mean, you can type it right now, it would do nothing. But I have to figure out how to get that working. So let's take a little look here and see. First, I think the best way we're going to be able to do this is probably just have a listener of some sort. Let me just turn down my video here because I want to actually be able to think. Alright, so we want both chats to do it. Obviously, we might have to start with one and then add the other one. We'll have Twitch, we'll have YouTube, and you guys will both be able to join parties together. So let's look. Just want to see if we have any options on the internet for things that are actually going to do this. In my coding, there's no reason to reinvent the wheel. Unless I absolutely just want to know from scratch what I'm doing, there's no reason to reinvent the wheel, if that's what I said. So I am looking online to see if there's anyone else that's done this. I'm sure there has been. Let's take a look. Looks like a listener JavaScript. Okay. how in the world are we gonna? Let's see. Wanted me to use a command bash, and I don't have access to anything like that. So I'm going to see if there's another option. Okay, let's see. Right off the bat, it's giving me some kind of JavaScript here. And it's at the bottom of the page, and it looks like it's asking for some information. Okay. Now, is that going to work for both or just one? Well, let's see how this goes and see what happens. Let's check this out first. Let's get this one added to the script. It tells me just to add it right to the bottom. Okay, that seems simple enough. Let's go ahead and save that, refresh it, and see if we get anything to work. I'll probably have to join with another user just for testing purposes. Let's take a look here. Trying to figure out where to go. Already got this open. I don't need it to do any more, so I think I can just go sign into my account. Verify that you're not a bot. Verification. How did my verification fail that I'm not a bot? Am I a bot? Is that what's going on here? Alright. Let's log into a different account. Or will it register mine? If I'm already logged in, if I just go to my own account. Okay, let's check this out. Let's see what this does. I'm on my own stream. If I type join, what does it do? Alright, I seen that come through. What is Chaos Tricks? I have no idea what that is. Okay. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool. Alright. So let's see if anything came through. I don't think it did. So, I mean, what do we even have this function? Yes, we do. Okay. Fetch, join, handle. Okay, we don't have that. Where in the hell is that at? Okay, so wanted me to do. Okay. Forward, manage. There we go. There's that. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm doing here while I'm doing it, I guess, here. I'm going to make a new folder. Call this one join handler HP. Create file. I'm just going to copy paste this code into here that it gave to me. I don't know. Okay, so it wants database information, which I can't show that. That's definitely out. Okay, let's take a look at this. Can we? Got a whole database class right here that I already used. I don't want to start over and every file having its own information. Everything's kept private in here. This is just all of the class information. And I will, if you guys, anybody wants them, I can put links to some of the files I use just so it'll be a little easier for you to understand what I'm doing. Okay. Forward join handler again. Wish there was a select all feature. I'm sure there is VS Code, but I do not have it. Alright, looks like the... Look at this, it already available slots, tank, healer, DPS, and mage. Mage would kind of be in DPS. Let's put that in. We'll save everything. Alright, what else do we got? There's one more it suggested, which was a reset party, just in case I had to redo it. So let's do new file, save as reset party. I'm not sure what any of this is going to do. I'm just going on the fly here, trying this out. So let's see if anything works. It's just a test. I'm just trying to get the bare bones going, and then we can add on to it. Alright, let me go back to my Twitch. Let's see if... I'm going to have to make one for YouTube as well, but I just want to see if one of these will work. We're seeing if somebody actually typed it into chat, so let's go to my channel. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Alright, let's type join again. Does anything happen? Go to the database. Active party. Nothing's in active party. Okay. It's not a good start, but we'll get there. Join handlers, that actually add, but yes it did, okay. File. I know it's pulling the right information. I know that for a fact. It is just not. Let's test it. Let's just be certain that we actually are grabbing information from the database. Let's make a little test thing here just to make sure it's working. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Really wish I could get into YouTube chat. I'm really confused on why. I should just be able to see it. Let's try again. Wants to verify that it's really me. It's me. Here. Continue. Oh, there we go. Maybe that was holding it back. Oops. Okay, I may be in now. I'm not 100% sure. Have a chat. I'm going to put these side by side, I think, because I cannot see both. There we go. Much better, okay. Alright, so we want to do a test DB, just testing the database to make sure we're getting a connection between the two. So I'm just going to put a little small file in here. We're going to call it test DB. Save it. Throw the code in that it gave me. Save that. And then, okay, let's test it out. Let's see if it works. Let's go to Dungeon Stream Test TV. Okay, so it's not. I am getting an error of denied for user. I think I know what I have to do, but what I'm going to have to do is hide the coding for just a moment, because I do need to look at a file that is hidden currently. Let me just open it up in another window. I think that'll be a better option. Let's go here, open you up, and then I don't want to use localhost. Oops. I think I gotta use the port that the address that actually goes to my website. So that is saved. Let's go back to the page and see if that helped. Access denied. Do I have to add myself? Let's see. Remote SQL. Yes, okay. So I have to IP address. So I have to put my IP address in, or just any, I guess is what it says. I'm going to put mine in to be safe. The database I want it to go to is Dungeon Stream. We'll create that. We'll go back to the page. We'll refresh. And then everything looks good. Let me just paste that in. A flawless run. Okay, so now we know it's working. Now what I can do is come back to the stream here. Try join again. And let's see if anything gets added to the database this time. I got my fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. That something works. And I still don't see active party. Urgh, okay. Oh. Okay. I think I may have found the error. Let me turn this back on. In the join handler, I believe we had to add somewhere in here. Was it join handler or was it in the index? Maybe it was in index. Right here. So here's my Twitch name. It says lowercase channel name, and I just put it in exactly. I thought it was stating it has to be exactly how you see it. So let's save that. Let's refresh. Okay, let's refresh that. Let's go back to Twitch. Let's type join again. And does this change anything? Fingers crossed once again. Alright. Username, Crazy Derp Turtle. platform Twitch, role tank. Okay. Now that we have that in there, we got active party. We know we can at least get people to type join now and they'll get an active role. So in index, what we want to do is we're going to want to add something like right around in here, slot 1 waiting for a join, slot 2. We're just going to want to make these like something that parses the website and sees if there's any new active people and then adds them, or maybe when somebody hits join, it'll automatically update it. So let's take a look at that and see the best option for this. Okay, what does that do? Let's take a look at it. Let's go ahead and hit a refresh. Alright, look at that. Crazy Derp Turtle tank. We still have active party 04 going on. Update the 04 counter. Okay, let's see. We do have one of those, so it is replacing these. We have this. So we have this that that was kind of a simple little fix in there. Save. We'll refresh. And there we go. We got 1 of 4. I am the tank. I think it might, let's just see what it did. Because we have to learn from what we do. We can always get code from the internet. We can always look things up, make it quick. But you want to learn what it is that you're pulling from the internet. You don't want to just do it. You don't want to ask AI and then just blindly slap it all in without going back over it and checking out what did you do. What did it perform for you? So, looking at available roles, tank, healer, DPS, mage. And it says right here in a little note, role pool for auto assignment. So it's going to automatically go through. Count result, it's going to check the database. It's going to select count as total from active party. Then the count row is going to be fetching that result. So that's how many you have. And this is going to help with, is the party full or not? So it's going to show status full or message party is already full 4 of 4. So that's good to see that. Check if a specific user is already in the active party, which is a great thing to always have because you don't want it to just keep adding the same person every time they hit /join or !join. So it checks. the database, select account with user count from active party where lowercase username is username. It checks to see if there are any rows. If there are rows, duplicate found. Username is already in the queue. So it won't add them. It'll just, let them know or let the game know. Auto-assign roles based on current party slot index. 0 tank, 1 healer, etc. Assigned role, available roles, current count. So it inserts into the active party the username, the platform, and the role values. Return success response from the JavaScript. Was it successful? Message username joined as this role. And then it says what role they are. There's the data that it holds on to. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. That's just going to bring it back to our first JavaScript here. It was going to let it know what people we have, what role they have. Now, what I do want to look at is, does it randomize? Because it sounded like that in join handler. It said, where was it at? Roles pool for auto assigns. Auto assign role based on current party slot index. Okay. So is it looking at 0 tank, 1 healer, etc.? So is it looking in the database and seeing a username, or like, I guess if there's only one, then it does a tank, and then number 2 would be the obvious next choice, which would be what? A healer, then DPS, then a mage. We could possibly test that out if I was to maybe join from another Twitch account, maybe. Maybe I can log into Twitch with another user and see if that's exactly what it's going to do. Alright, whoa. I do not need to hear that. Alright, Twitch TV, Crazy Dirt Turtle. I don't want to hear myself, we'll mute it. And then I'm in this another person. You'll see this pop up really soon here. This is another username of mine. I just click join. Oh, look at it updated, and it gave the healer status. So now I have 2 people, 1 tank, 1 healer. So I'm guessing, yeah, it says right here, slot 3 DPS waiting to join, slot 4 mage waiting to join. We can always add anything we want to that later. It could be wizards instead of mages. It could be anything, druids, necromancers, whatever the case may be. We just have to start somewhere, and that's what we're doing. Alrighty, now that I know that's working, I'm going to back out. I'm going to get this minimized, and minimize this one. I don't need these other chats open. I don't want to have a bunch of other users in there. Alright, so let me get this out of the way. Oh, sorry. Need to stretch. Alright, so we have the roles joining. There's obviously no game to be had, but at least we can get people to join now. At least from Twitch. Okay, so let's work on that. That's the next thing. Let's ask, how can we implement join from YouTube as well? It looks like it says that YouTube uses an API requiring an authentication and quota limits. and doesn't simply allow just anonymous WebSockets like Twitch does. Handling YouTube live chats inside a pure browser setup is a bit tricky. However, you can easily bridge YouTube chat directly into your existing join handler set up using two stream-proven options. GUI Streambot, easiest, zero additional code, or a Node.js relay script running on your local machine. Recommended Streamer.bot. Streamer.bot is a free, popular, lightweight Windows application used by multiple streamers. It connects directly to your YouTube live chat. It can automatically fire HTTP requests to your local PHP server whenever someone types join. How to do this? Download Streamer.bot. Let's take a look at Streamer.bot. Supercharge your live streams. Download now. Okay, which one do we want? We want Streamer.bot stable. Download it. Save it. Run it. I thought about it when I was first coming up with this project and what I wanted to do. I was thinking to myself, should I sit there and just, like ask AI questions and then come back in and code the things that I didn't know, and just make it look more of like a, more tutorial based, like, this is how you code things, this is what you do, step by step. I realize I don't have time for that. I don't have a lot of free time to sit here and explain all the different code. I've done it 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, whatever the case may be. But I just can't sit here and explain step by step. Maybe I can make like little shorts or little other videos that are outside of this that can help you better understand what the code is and how it's working. And as we build it, asking AI, Google, whatever the case may be, I'll go back and try to explain the best I can what's happening to try to break it down for you. Alright, so we have the Streamer.bot downloaded. What else did it want me to do? Let's check. Let's get rid of some of these windows we got open because they are taking up valuable resources right now. Okay. Let's see. Download the Streamer.bot, go to Platforms, YouTube, and sign into your YouTube account. Go to Actions and create a new action named YouTube Join. Okay, so we need to... I'm guessing we need to start this Streamer.bot up. That's all I did. Whoa! Just clicked on something I didn't mean to. Alright, Streamer.bot. Okay, Streamer.bot exe. It's always safe to just click it, right? You shouldn't worry about what could be in it. Just go ahead and trust the system. Trust that people aren't trying to be mean to you and take over everything that's yours. Alright, let's check something here. It looks like we're good. What I'm trying to figure out is, like, OBS is showing a red dot. Does that just mean I'm live, or does that mean something's wrong? Hey, thank you, Mike. Thank you very much. Alright, let's continue with what we were doing. Okay, let's get back to the Streamer.bot. Let's see. Platform, YouTube. Alright, we want to go to Platforms, YouTube. Right? Actions and create a new action. Well, you want to sign into your YouTube account. Did I do that? I don't even know. I'm just rambling. YouTube. Broadcast account. Connect your streaming account for core functionality. Bot account settings. Never used this before. Go to Platforms, YouTube, and sign into your YouTube account. It sounds really simple, but then you get there, and you click YouTube, and it just says your broadcaster account. Connect your streaming account core functionality. Maybe this is what it's looking for. Let's see if this is it. Always with the authentication. It's a good thing, but sometimes it's really annoying. What? Okay. There we go. I had to do it twice. It said some of the scopes were missing. Alright, go to Actions, create a new action named YouTube Join. Actions. Action. Add YouTube Join. Could you explain what, Mike, what is that you're talking about? I just noticed your message. EV Mux? Mux? I don't even know how to say that. This is, I don't want to say it's my first time streaming, but the first time I'm doing this. It's been years since I've done anything, so I have no knowledge of anything else but OBS. Add a trigger, select YouTube chat message. Group, random current, always run. Let's do this first. Trigger. Add a trigger, select YouTube chat message. Okay. Add and set the match to join. Okay. Criteria. Yeah, I was actually looking at all the different multi-streaming things like Twitch, YouTube, Restream, just doing it from OBS. In the end, I was just like, do I want to sign up for another program, or do I just want to download this little extension and then add my information to it? Then I found another extension that made it easier, and I gave up. I just took one of them, signed in. I don't even know how everything's doing. Let's see. Count trigger, refresh all triggers, clear, enable all triggers, add. Okay, so add trigger, select YouTube, chat message, and set the match to exclamation join. It sounds so simple. Well, I mean, that's not let's see, $9 a month. I mean, that's nothing. Yeah, I'm using something. Let me I know I'm working on this, but let me look. The one I have I'm using is called, let's see if I can even find it on here. I know I downloaded two different, it's called CE Live Docs, I think, or SE.live docs. And it's claiming, whatever this one I found, it's claiming that I can log into a bunch of different things. It had Twitch on there. I was not even messing with that. Don't even care. Not tonight. Not right now. It's first night. Do not care. Let's see here. They make it sound so simple. Add a trigger. Select YouTube chat message. And set the match to join. It's not that simple. I bet it is. I'm just dumb. Yeah, I mean, I'll be completely honest. It was about an hour or two before I set up the stream. I was like, just went online, went to a random browser, and I said, hey, give me a simple, here's my idea. Here's what I want to make. Can you make me a simple little page to display what I'm thinking? And this is what it popped out. I'm probably going to change most of it once I continue, but for now, I do like it. I like the way it looks, but everything's temporary. Okay, YouTube join, group default, random action concurrent, always run, exclude from, no, wasting my time, what's going on? Let me see if I could just do another one of these. YouTube chat message. That does not work. Okay, that's the same one. Okay, well, I'm at a loss here. Like I said, I'm going to go as far as I can with each one of these until I can't go anymore, and then I'll just do one at a time. If I have to work just on Twitch, then that's what I'll do. Core. So what exactly, reading your name here, what exactly do you make? What do you work on? I have found a solution. Okay, okay. I I can see that. The stupid camera doesn't want to focus on me. Ah, forget you. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to this. Header, value. Okay. So where is the value? Oh my god, this is just gonna like completely it's gonna slow me down on what I was trying to do. Just to get this stupid thing to work. Is this just post? There we go. Alright, okay, so the only thing that I haven't been able to figure out is adding the trigger word to obviously the triggers. Yeah, I think a long time ago I kind of got lost. I was just making a lot of different websites, working on a bunch of different code, a bunch of database. That's probably where I have the most fun, is storing things in databases and figuring out better ways to do it. And I just did it for years, and my code was just crap. I loved doing it, but it was long, lengthy. We're talking thousands of lines of code. And I just thought, I taught myself, I learned off the internet. I would look up somebody's code, I would see how their website ran back in the day, and then I would just tweak it how I wanted it. And then eventually I just learned, okay, well, this if statement does this loop does that while does that. And it made me feel good that I could accomplish something. And I don't know how to say it. Like, I've been learning a lot more lately, but at the same time, it's been too easy to just ask AI to make the stuff because it knows it screws up a lot. But I understand the appeal that people are going to have using it because they can just say, hey, make me this game. Yeah, I mean, that's it's going to help you, and you can learn from it, but you have to want to learn from it. And I think a lot of people are just going to say, hey, build me a game that plays with marbles and people will enjoy, and AI will pretty much build that entire thing for you, but you won't learn. And if something goes wrong with it, you're going to have to go back to AI and be like, oh, it broke. Why is this the way it is? You can't do that. You have to learn the basics at least. Um, I I have a problem. I'm trying to resolve this. I have I don't know what you'd call it. It's probably a form of ADHD or something. I start a lot of projects and I don't finish them. I would love to, but my brain comes up with the next one or something better, and I just have to move on to that project. And I'm trying to focus in on this, stream something that people are going to ask me, hey, when are you going to update this? What do we get next? And hopefully keep me focused. But with that being said, I've been making a lot of things recently, and I've used AI to speed those along. Like, I don't want to have to go through this code again. Hey, can you make me a good login system with high security? It does it perfect. It's there. And then I'll say, well, I kind of want a feature where, like, the passwords are hidden. Because you really didn't do that, and that's a security issue. So please put that password security in there. Something to blur it out, or the little eye next to the password field. And then all of a sudden, the whole page changed. The text, the font changed, the CSS changed. There was an extra field, so it was like username, password, and then hint. And I was like, when the hell did I ask you to put hint in there? Why did you add this? Oh, well, I'm sorry. I was just going with the flow, and I thought that this would be the next best step for you to add. It didn't function. It just threw it in there. It didn't give me any of the code for it. And, and you just reminded me of that when you said, hey, this is what I want. Don't screw it up in any way. Don't put things I don't want in it. I love that. It would be frustrating. It really would. Oh man, I would. I don't know what would happen. I don't know if I'd be frustrated or I would just laugh after it happened and be like, oh, well, it was my own dumb fault. Man, that would be harsh. I don't know. Like, just thinking about it, like, after all the work you put into it, but what? I have so many projects that are just sitting in folders right now. I wish I could finish. I mean, hey, if that works for you, yeah. If it makes you stay on task, I bet it would if you don't want to lose something important. Name, join, commands, join. Doesn't have to be in capitals like that. Jesus Christ. Alright, set to start or exact means it only triggers if it types strictly join with no extra text. Yes, we want exact. Click the drop-down menu to select action you just built. Group mode normal. Click the drop-down menu and select action you just built. It's for everybody. Why do I have to? So are you saying that you worked on a project? I don't know if I'm understanding this correctly, but you've worked on a project that assists the AI? Are you saying something that you're saying something takes a load off it so it doesn't have to do as much? Grant type allow all. I unfortunately I came around doing any of this stuff. My first one was straight in high school. I think the internet was mainstream, at least in my town. I was 17 years old. So I went right into chat rooms. And then from there, I learned how to do chat bots because I seen some people that had them. And I thought, I want one of those. And then that led me into website work because I seen the websites that these bots were on. You could download them and play with them. And I was like, hey, I want to build one of those websites. And that's kind of where it took off for me. So I think my first logic was probably, oh god, I don't even know what it would be. We're talking old IRC servers, basic chat commands, but I don't know what the programming language was for that. I couldn't tell you right offhand. Yeah, that was the day. I mean, they're still around, and the chat that I joined at 17 still exists today with some of the same people still chatting in there. I couldn't imagine still being in those chat rooms. There's so much more out here, and people are spending their time in there. I mean, it's cool to pop in and say hi every once in a while, but wow, that's a life in there. Action. Click the drop-down menu and select the action you just built. I don't see the drop-down. I don't see it. Yeah, probably. I know I went through a lot of different things. I learned, I'm not saying I learned it in any great detail, but C++, C Sharp, try to get into some Java. I've noticed that a lot of it, over the years I've looked at it, I'm no expert, but what I have learned is it's all the same. I mean, if you really break it down, it all functions exactly the same. There's just different kinds of commands, different functions, how it works, but it's all the same. You could learn them all if you learned one. You just have to learn the variations. What are you doing? Get out of here. Come on, get down. To go back to those days, I don't know, so slow. It could have been fast to us, but oh my god, what are we doing here? I'm still stuck on this, man. I mean, it's fun. It's fun talking about all this old stuff, and I'll never turn it down. But I can't believe this is defeating me. Trying to learn one program, and all it is just clicking this, typing in that. It's nothing important. It's nothing hard. It's no coding. Just drop downs, and it doesn't make sense. Okay, I don't. Let's just ask AI. Oh, in newer versions of StreamerBot, the commands and the actions are uncoupled. Well, thanks for telling me that the first time. Go back to the Actions tab, select your YouTube join. In the Triggers box, right-click inside a blank trigger box. Okay. Go to Core Commands Command Trigger. Core Commands Command Triggered. Any. Join. Boom. Done. Window will pop up. Blah, 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 blah. Here's how to test instantly without streaming. Well, I am streaming. Go figure. I have to say that I'm actually surprised. I'm happy and thrilled by it, but I'm surprised that you are using AI in any means whatsoever. I have friends my age that look at AI and they're like, it's just stupid. It's gonna make us all dumb. I got one friend that he refuses to because he's a nut job on the whole, Skynet. He doesn't want anything AI in his house because he thinks that they're just going to use things against him and, build machines and come kill him. Apparently, I don't know if that's exactly what he's thinking, but he's not scared of it, but he just doesn't want anything to do with it. Yeah, that's true. I love the ones that tell you they'll remember your conversation, like key points if you tell it to. So if you're working on a project, it'll remember what you're working on, and it has a small little memory that it can go back to. And then 20 minutes later, it doesn't know what the hell you're talking about. I gave it all my database information once, and not database information, but my database class on a website, and then 20 minutes later, it started putting everything to PDO, and it was just trying to randomly insert it into a database that I didn't have code for. Yeah, I mean, I yeah, I would say this that I think I think some of us are flawed as well. I mean, obviously we are because we can store a lot of information. We can recall a lot of things. But then when you top it off with ADD, ADHD, stuff like that, like it really makes it hard for you to recall that information or go back and actually like remember what was going on. Sure. I don't know so much about recall. I mean, if you're talking about them just having the ability to look up information. Okay, go to your commands tab in StreamerBot. Commands. Right click. Your join command and click test command. Nope, there's no test command. What are you talking about? No, no, you're good. I'm just rambling to myself. Um, yeah, no, I'm inside StreamerBot right now, and I'm just trying to test the command on YouTube to see if it works, and it told me that I could just right click on my command and test it, and it would simulate someone doing it. Yeah, I don't have anything like that in here. Like no like exclamation commands or I don't have anything going on, no bots or anything else in YouTube chat at least. Set antic for okay. Huh. No, it's okay. I'm just trying to figure this out and move forward. Um, I think the only thing you could do, if you wanted to, I can reset it. If you typed exclamation join and see if it puts you in the list. No, it's just exclamation join. It's not joining the room. It's just a command. Exclamation join. Yeah, it's not. There's no capitalization or anything to it. It doesn't matter. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work yet. I know it does on Twitch, but I'm trying to get it to work here. Actions. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the test didn't work. Let's see if we can. Yeah, let me take a look and see. I mean, I thought I set all that up. I thought that was the first step. Yeah, it's just kind of going silent here while I'm reading all this stuff. It's saying that I need to work on my sub action for the command. It's saying core network fetch URL. It wants me to go to core network HTTP request or custom request, because you're right, it's not listening. I put something in wrong and it wasn't listening correctly. So core network looks like I'll look at that in a second here. Just trying to see if this will work real quick. been a lovely experience trying to get this to work. I think I'm going to take a small break from that and actually work on something else. I have Twitch working at the moment. I do want to get YouTube going, I really do. But it just does not seem to be doing anything. Ugh. I got kind of a late start tonight. I was supposed to be on at 4 o'clock, and then I ran into some, good old OBS issues, trying to multi-stream and get both chats working, and that took me till about 5:20 hit. I still wasn't on. I'm like, I just gotta do this. I gotta log in. I was trying to make sure everything was perfect. Wanted to make it seem more professional. And then 5:59 was here, and I was like, you know what? I'm just hitting the stream now button. I'm just gonna do it. I'm not ready. I'm not prepared. But I'm just gonna jump into it and figure it out as I go. That's what this is all about. Having fun. I love doing this stuff even though I complain. I mean, if we didn't complain, do we really love it? Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I got lucky with you coming in. And, I know that. I can say now, from just I've streamed before, but just like playing video games, and I only got a couple chatters in there too. I didn't expect anything big. But what I have learned from just tonight is it's really for big streamers, for these people that have thousands of chatters, some on Twitch, some on YouTube. I don't understand. I mean, I couldn't understand how do they keep up with chat? Like, they got to pick and choose something in their feed to talk about, and it's just you and me. But I'm over here trying to focus on this screen, trying to read everything, and I can see your messages going off. So I look over. I couldn't imagine if I had more than a couple people. It must be insane to try to keep that conversation going with multiple people asking you questions or just shooting it with you and trying to do your work as well. I've got that. I've already got that open. Or I did at least. Oh, it's still open. I may have closed that one. Mm-hmm. Yep. How do you get it to stick? How do you get it to stay? That's what I was trying to do earlier. They're in OBS and I hate it. I want them to be on my coding window. Always on top would be nice if I could do it. Something like, I just looked up, like Power Toys. I was just looking something up that I can always on top. Yeah, and then you just said it. This would be amazing if it works. Like that. Break it if you're down. Don't change settings that you don't know. Alright, here we go. Power tones. Okay, now it's just a matter of finding the right one. Jesus, zoom it. Crop and lock, grab and move. Always on top. There we go. Okay. Let's try this. We have it. Let's see what happens. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And now I can see it everywhere I go. I can literally probably just minimize OBS and not have to even look at it again. Oh my gosh. My cat just destroyed stuff back here. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Yes, thank you so much, man. That's actually going to help speed things up. I could probably do that to my Twitch chat as well. About chat, always on top. Gives a nice little blue border on each one of them as well. They're a little bulky, but I can shrink them up. But what else is being stupid? My cat flying through the air and slamming into a little curtain thing I have hanging up back here. Can't fix that though. Alright, let's see. Ooh. I'm still Jesus. Let's take a look at this here. Let's go. Holy hope! Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are we doing here? Make sure we're clicked on the right window. You said Control minus to bring it down. Oh, look at that! Oh my gosh, look at that! I don't want to say that I have good eyes, but I probably can do with a little bit of shrinking there. Yeah, I'm sure there's more tweaking you can always do. I will definitely check it out. I've probably been through like 4 different browsers in the past couple of months just trying to figure out what I want. You know, it's kind of funny that you say that. I spent the money. This was many, many years ago. I spent the money on a Blue Yeti microphone, and I used it all the time. I tweaked it, I put all the noise gates on it and the filters, and I still seem to always have an issue with it, picking up noise from somewhere else in the house. And then I bought myself a Corsair headset, and it's what I use for everything. If I game, if I'm in Discords, and I like it better. Cost way less than the Yeti did back in the day when I bought it. Yeah, I think the Blue Yeti is more of a, and it's an all-around microphone, but I think it's more for like podcasts and stuff. It has more features to it to capture the whole room, capture one direction. Yep. I even bought one of those pop filters, like just the one that sits in front of your mic, and I never opened the box. I still have it just sitting there in storage. Never broke the seal on it. Yeah. It's one thing I really do hate about watching YouTube videos is when I love watching people build things. Like, it depends on the interest of the month, but like, you're watching somebody build something outside. They're building a chicken coop, or they're building something for gardening, whatever it is, and then they kick on that circular saw or that sawzall, and it's so ungodly loud that you're like, in the post-production, you didn't think maybe to mute that a little bit? You didn't think to maybe turn the volume down at that precise time? Just deafen everybody? Give it a shot. I was looking up the pros and cons of the browser you suggested. Everything on the internet was saying that surely it's safe, but it just has to be used for casual browsing, not security issues. If you're worried about, just don't do your banking on it, is what it's saying. Wow, that is a really small browser. Oh my gosh. Let's go to our website and okay, that is broken. How do I get around that? Up here, maybe. I was typing in the wrong place. I was doing a search. No? It is auto-correcting me to another website. There we go. Got it. Yeah, I'm doing localhost right now for this website because I don't want to sit here and FTP all of my files every time I do an update, and my host is so strict to where I have to delete the file before I upload the new one, or you won't see the changes for about 30 minutes. Yeah, I just caught on to what you said. You use it mostly for chat windows, so I should probably use it to log into my Twitch and my YouTube, then throw out the chats, so it takes all that bulk away. It's a good call. Yeah, I can't have anything that big. It's turned off right now, so I can't even think of what it has. But I run a media server in my closet. I mean, it can do more than just media, but I put Unraid on it, and I don't know how many terabytes I have on it. It's not a whole lot, like maybe like 10 to 12 or something like that. I just started it like a year ago, and I just burned all of my DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff on it because I was tired of having a collection that I had to go to watch something with all these streaming services now. So we just boxed them all up and stored them away, and we put them all in there. All right. I'm going to say this again. Back to the task at hand. Oh, this is going to be a tough one streaming this. I'm going to get distracted so many times, and it's fun though. I'm not complaining. Don't take it the wrong way. I love the chat. Yeah, I kind of went back and forth with that. Of course, having a media server, I know about all of the parsers, like the different apps that you can get that can Docker containers that can look for movies and then download them for you. And it's just a slippery slope, you know. It's like, do you do it or don't you do it? And I don't even know if there'd be a big consequence if you got caught doing it, but I don't know. I just haven't got that far yet. I mean, of course. I mean, anything that's legit and free is awesome. No. Why did that not stay persistent? That is a good question. Is it still on the other one? It is, but if I refresh, what happens? I lose it all. Why? Yeah, no, I'm looking at the website that I'm on the stream. Yeah, the names, the people, they're still in my database. The tank, the healer is what I'm looking at. My active party. I just refreshed, and it completely wiped. It's still in the database, but it's not displaying on the web page anymore. That could be a big problem. Try to take a look at this and see why. Update party UI. I believe right now I'm using just all JSONs for fetching all the information, updating it in a script. Why does get party? So I'll select a platform role from active party. Fetch all, status, success, count, party, and then error. But do I have it set up to throw an error, or is it just throwing an error and not telling me? Would be a surprise. Because I didn't see any error text come up. I'm gonna have to put it. Do you think the shell is stopping it? Yeah, it's supposed to update the UI every 1.5 seconds for live updates, but it obviously, when I refreshed the whole website, it just killed it all. Yeah, possibly. I'm just trying to. I'm going through all this code trying to look at it to see why. Crazy. I just have to laugh at it because I just started this and I got stuck on that stupid bot thing, and then now something breaks. It's only been 2 hours already. It'll be okay. Quite honestly, I'll be 100% honest with you. I have no clue. I I usually work on my domain. Um, I usually work on my domain, on my website, on my host. I just downloaded the quickest like stack that I could find, and I didn't set anything. Put my files in it, turned it on, we moved forward. I just needed something for today. Like I wasn't looking long term. Okay, so how can we pull those back in when the page loads? I do have I don't know if you're saying a retry line. I do have a try catch set up, but I don't have errors. I don't have the error messages going anywhere to tell me if it, what happened. I need to set that up real quick. So how often do you actually put stuff up? Do you do lives? Do you do just videos on things? Like, what's your main content? And my fiance, she she had that too. They actually didn't cut hers out though. When she was 16, 17 years old, they found out she had gum cancer or mouth cancer. I'm not sure exactly where, what part it was on, but they had to remove all her teeth before her 17th birthday, I think, because of the tumors, the cancer. And then she found out later that she has tumors growing in her throat that make it impossible for her to swallow certain things. Like she can't have steak because it's too thick. She can't eat chicken because it's too stringy and it gets caught. And there's nothing. They said there's nothing they can do here because they're afraid that if they cut too much of it out, that they won't be able to repair it. And right now it's fine. She can actually eat food, and she's scared of having a tube, like a feeding tube or something. But maybe there's another solution somewhere else that we just don't know of. Oops. I think I just found my error. Sometimes I think it's hard, like, they're going to be there to support you. I mean, yeah, but I mean, if that's what they want to do, you let them do that. You don't do it. Like that. That's how I feel. Like, if other people want to help you out, let them do it on their own. Let them help you. Don't ask for it. It makes you feel like you're begging. It's like a charity. Feel sorry for me. But it doesn't have to be that way. You know? I've seen too many streamers putting things up to fundraise for things, help my father out, help my whatever. And it's all plastered all over their stream, and I'm just like, I want to help you. I want to do the right thing, but I feel like you're just digging. When you post it up on your stream and you see it every time you go there. But if somebody else does it for you, off to the side, let them. Yeah, that's it's kind of what it's kind of funny you say that, because we my fiance and I, um, we recently just felt, like the world's bad right now. It's been worse, but things are going downhill, and we just decided we need to get back to roots. We need to stop relying on the system, and we actually uh, doubled our produce production this year with our garden. We're buying and storing all the things that we would need if worst case scenario happened. We didn't have electricity, we didn't have running water. We've got that stuff handled. And I think some of that comes back from my days, when I was younger, when I always suspected, I loved all those old shows of zombie apocalypse. The zombies are coming, you got to fend for yourself, and then they tried to scare us with saying that things like that were going to happen, so I prepared for it, and I've done it my whole life. And then when I met her, she grounded me, and made me think, like, okay, are zombies really going to attack? Are we really going to be in a crisis where we need all this stuff? And I ended up getting rid of most of it. It's just basic supplies, but she made me really understand it. Okay, please enlighten me. In the shortest form you can, the Phoebus cartel, is this a joke, or like what is this? Oh, there has to be a select all. This is just pissing me off. Why would you have a select all? Oh, of course, 100%, 100%. You can't make money off something that never goes out. It has to break, it has to wear down, or you can't make a profit off of it. You can't continue to make a profit off it, I should say. It's very smart. I have things to compare to that, but they're nowhere near that level. But I understand what you're saying. Like, I guess with what I'm doing now, website work, I have a forum that I built from scratch by myself because I wanted to understand how it worked. And if something broke, I knew where it was and how to fix it. And my friends and I use the forum just to chat and, BS and stuff. But I could have simply just gone to a website and downloaded a forum that worked. But, yeah. I'm always ready to laugh. Go ahead and hit me with it. Did you post something to me that I maybe didn't get? Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. I thought you said everything else was there. Okay, let me check it out real quick. I'm currently my forum that I'm making. I made it a long time ago and we use it, but I think I'm going to redo. I'm not thinking. I'm redoing it right now. I mean, yeah, it's easy. Like you're talking about the whole page, right? Like you built it yourself, and it's easy to read. That's the whole point. I mean, I can honestly see stuff is still in progress because like right off. Oops, hold on. All right, what am I doing? Stop pulling that. Join the community, register, login is kind of like on my browser at least is like off to the left of the window, and everything else is centered nicely. So that's just a simple thing. And then I honestly, yeah, the CSS, you're framing it correctly. Yeah, like the video that you have in the center that says quick and dirty center gauge, little padding would be nice on the left-hand side. Kind of pull it off of the border. But yeah, everything else is perfect though. It's easy to read. It's nice. It's clean. You don't have it jumbled up with a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I focus too much on honestly, like, you can't tell from this project, but I focus too much on the cosmetics and how pretty it looks, and I'm always told, work on the function, work on the pulling, work on the, just the math of the whole thing in my games that I make. And I'm like, no. Yeah, you're like, no, I need I need this to be centered, and that left side is 10 pixels longer than the right side. That list has to be perfect. That's what I do, and I spend too much time on that when I could be perfecting something that actually works and is great. Oh man, I'm gonna I'm gonna admit something to you for that. I have to. I read what you said. You said you asked me what I make and do, and then you said go to the slug/resources. So I looked all over your page, and I'm like, what in the hell is a slug/resources? And I looked and I looked and I looked, and then I'm like, oh, duh. You just want me to put /resources at the end of your URL. And now I'm looking at everything. Uh, you know, the one thing that I wish is, we all understand that we have a finite amount of time here. And everything that we do, like, you're making this amazing resource list, you're putting all this stuff on here, and it's going to help people later. It's going to, things like this will help people. They'll be able to see things that you do, things you've done, but, like, your website's not going to live on forever. And that's one thing I've thought about, and I know it's kind of dark, but I think of all the things that I've built, all the games I've made, the forum, the other stuff. Like, it can't go on forever unless you figure out a way for it to pay for itself. I don't even know how that would be possible for something to deposit into an account to keep paying a provider as long as they're available, because they could shut down at any time. I just wish there was another way to keep that going. Wow, that's crazy. Um, I mean, I guess if you have something running in your own home too, with local hosting and all that, you could put something up that could run indefinitely as long as somebody maintained it within your home. Maybe it won't be on the internet all the time, but it could live on for resources for people to use. Every time I work on a website now, I zip it and I throw it on a drive, because I've messed up so many things in the past that I have to have a backup. I always have to make sure I back it up. That's very true. The I heard the best thing is just yesterday in a video last night. We're supposed to live in tribes. We're not supposed to live as single families. We were brainwashed into believing that we have to grow up, get a job, move out on our own, start a family, and repeat the process. But humans have always lived in tribes together. They've always helped each other. There was always resources, multiple people to assist in the day-to-day life. And exactly what your son is saying, like, this could help more people than just you. It could, and it should. Just at home with your immediate family, it's not going to go any further than that, unless we have the tribe, we have the internet, we have a way to share our resources, our knowledge. Let's see here. second. I was gonna say something. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is I was just talking to or replying to my fiance, and I told her that we've just been chatting. I said I'm still streaming, and somebody came in, and we've just been chatting the whole time, and the stuff we've been talking about. I'm like, maybe I'm going in the wrong direction here. I'm trying to make a game. I'm trying to make something fun, and I feel like there's probably a lot of people out there that just need to talk, and we forget about that. I've heard of those, like, yeah, I heard people talking about like virtual machines and shit, paying very little. If that's what you're talking about, if that's, if I'm catching that right. Jeez. Wonder how that's possible. I mean, if it does take that much, is it just because of how they do it? Oops. Not, not a clue, man. Won't even lie to you on that one. Not a clue. It's a good point. Some people just like to say things can't work rather than trying them. Right. I have to say that I don't know a great deal about AI other than the fact that it works. You know, like I've tried to load a few models onto my computer so I could locally do stuff, and they were just dumb in comparison. I'm sure there's a reason for that. Yeah, I guess I could see that website wise. The way I used to code would be constantly talking to the database, saying, give me info, give me info, give me info. And it would just slow down the website. As to now, I ask it once, it gives me all the info, and then I just read off that. And it runs much faster now because it doesn't have to keep hitting the database every time. Yeah, same principle. I see what you're saying. I I just have to laugh at that because I'm thinking of this massive AI center just running at full steam, just calculating, processing, and then it finally shuts down and it tells you it's going to be 110 degrees tomorrow. All of that wasted energy just to give you that. Oh man. I I almost started typing to you, which is funny. Um, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense because when you use, like, say, ChatGPT back in the day, and I'm sure it still does this, but every time you ask it a question, it resubmits everything that you have said in that chat back to its limit. So every time you ask it a new question, it has to resubmit everything that it's done so far to give you a new answer. And it is quick, it happens really fast, but why? Why is it taxing the system so hard every time you ask a new question? It should be able to just go in, like you're saying, dig through the data, find what you need, and pull that one piece out instead of pushing all that information back in, having to weed through everything just to shit back out an answer. And then it slows it down. Yeah, that would be amazing. I really hate when you get an answer back that's like complete gibberish, and then it just apologizes to you. Oh, I don't know what I was thinking when I said that. That's my mistake. So did you, I'm just curious, did you stumble across something that led you in this direction? Like, did you find something that made it click and then you just built on that? Or, like, I don't need the whole explanation of, like, how you did it, but, like, what started it? Like, how did you start to get in the front door with deciding you were going to work on this? kind of feel like it's the last straw already. I mean, with all these data centers going up everywhere, destroying everything that we have. I know I'm thinking outside of what you're saying, but I like how you're saying that they have all this power to filter the noise, and you're completely on a different side of this. But then I think of the data centers and how much actual noise pollution they put off. It just made me laugh. Right. I believe that already. You ever you ever hear about, I don't know which one it is, but some AI is working on scanning every known book, and then once it scans them all in, it destroys the books. Like, obviously the AI is not destroying them, but someone's doing it. Oh, I'm just talking to myself. I was reading what you were saying, but I was just arguing with myself on my code. But is there going to be? I mean, when they get done, if we allow it to continue, is there going to be light and darkness, or is it just going to be darkness? Like, I feel like that's the way we're going. It's going to be their word, not the truth. But I'm just trying to think if I'm following this correctly, but you're saying the link farms, the bot farms, source of misinformation and stuff. Like, yeah, but if they really wanted something gone, don't you think that it could just be scrubbed through AI, through all the servers we have? I mean, don't you think they have enough access to just wipe out what they don't want us to know anymore, and then fill it back in with bullshit? I mean, I think that's good. I think that would be a good thing for us. But people out there that are building the AI, that are making it, do they want that? Do they really? I mean, you can do it on your own, but we're talking about the whole world. We're talking about everybody, everyone using AI. Like, they don't want that to happen. I'm not saying everybody that's ever built AI or has made a model is evil, but I feel like that is becoming the reality of things, to be honest. Not trying to be negative, but I don't know what to trust anymore. I really, I don't know what's real anymore when I'm looking at stuff on the internet. I don't know if AI made it up or somebody else using AI made it up, or it's crazy. I will share this quick little information with you. Have you ever? I've okay. I'll admit this. I have never fully watched the movie Idiocracy. Have you seen it completely? Okay. I still have to watch it. I feel guilty for that. I do own it, but I haven't watched it fully. I catch pieces now and again when other people are watching it, and it's funny. But I realized, this is about a month ago, I finally realized we're living that today. We're heading in that direction. AI's helping with that, but this is how I found out. You said earlier that you ordered DoorDash. and I on the side I do DoorDash. It's just something to make a little extra money. And I was in a Dairy Queen the other day, and I was waiting on my order. It never showed up. The lady went to go get it. She never came back. And then I noticed her come out of a back room. She was holding a stapler and the bag, trying to put the receipt on, and it wouldn't staple. And that's when she realized the stapler was out. So she went to another girl and asked her, how do I load the stapler? And I just laughed. And when they came close to me, I said, do you need someone a little older to help you figure that out? And she ignored me, obviously. It took 4 people, 4 kids, teenagers, young adults, whatever they were, 4 of them, to figure out how to pull the stapler apart. And then they had to figure the correct way to put the staples in so it worked properly. And I waited. It was probably maybe like 5-7 minutes that I had to wait. It wasn't that bad, but it's the point. We needed to take 4 people out of society to figure out something like a stapler, something you should have learned in school. They've taken all that away. They don't have books anymore. They don't use paper anymore. They don't staple anything anymore. They use tablets. They use notebooks, whatever the case is. I lost hope in humanity at that point. I don't know what's next. This generation is going to grow up not knowing things. Would they not know how to open the book up? Sorry. Oh. Oh my god. Yeah, why don't we have places where you can rent books? Like, what nonsense is that? Like, they should be all over the place. They should be filled with books that you can just check out and then bring back when you're done with them. It would save lots of money. That's a good one. I like that. I can fairly say I have not walked into a library since school was over. It's good for research and stuff like that. You know, if you're an avid reader, it's good to get books and stuff, but I haven't had a real reason since high school's been over. I've never been back. I buy books from time to time when I want to read them, the ones I like, I know I'm going to like, or at least I take a chance on, but right? Yeah, I think I'm done for the night. I was going to try to hold out till 10, to be honest, but I'm really tired. I've been yawning this whole time. I think I'm just going to try again tomorrow. Actually, maybe work on the platform a little bit more. But I'm going to have to check out some of your stuff that you have. I'm just curious now. And if you get bored, you don't, you're not doing anything. If you want to come back, if you want to chat more, that's fine. I feel like I just need to open this up to therapy and and just chat. I feel like maybe that was my my calling. I actually went to college for psychology and never did anything with it. Yeah, I mean, I can say that about quite a few people. I mean, some of us just have more going on than others. I mean, but I get you. I get what you're saying. I didn't do anything with my psychology because by the time I got done with it, I realized I just didn't want to listen to people whine to me and tell me their sob stories. Sounds really bad. I just didn't want to do it in a one-on-one thing anymore. Like, that was my whole goal, was to be a therapist or a psychiatrist, whatever. But I just realized that I did it my whole life, and I don't know. I can talk to people, I can reason with them, but like I couldn't listen to the same person coming in week after week. So I'm gonna have to look up that reference because I have no idea what you are talking about. I'm sure there's something good to it. Unless this is somebody personal, that it's some kind of inside thing. What do we got going on here? Well, the first thing I read was, or not read, but the first thing I seen was, a picture of him, and then what looks like a painting of him or something, and it looked like his face melted. So that's why, what is going on? I'm not gonna get into this tonight. No way. But I'll keep it open so I can see it tomorrow when I have fresh eyes, clear brain. Yeah, yep. See you later. It was a good talk, man. Thank you for stopping in. All right, shutting down, and I will be back tomorrow to continue.